Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I am going to be doing a review slash tutorial with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals eyeshadow palette. Now this palette was actually gifted to me by one of my patrons, Drew, for Secret Santa. But sorry, that is so generous. I literally couldn't believe my eyes when I opened the parcel. I'm super grateful, and I literally cannot thank you enough, Drew, for gifting this to me. This is so special, and I thought I would do a video using the palette and of course dedicated to you, because thank you so much for getting me this. I literally could not believe it. So kind. So this came out, I think, a little while ago. It might have been about 6 months ago or so, maybe, or within the past 6 months. I think this is one of the latest releases that they've had, because normally I do get them relatively soon after they launch. But yeah, I hadn't obviously picked this up at the time. Drew realised that and she got it for me. Literally cannot cope. I'm so grateful. So this is what the packaging looks like for the palette. And with it being Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is obviously not cheap. This actually retails for £48. Is that on Beauty Bay? Or no, that's on the ABH website. No, yeah, it is £48 in general. All the stock in the UK is £48. I know ABH is not cheap. This video is not going to be for everyone, but maybe if you've got this palette, this is fucking hell. I know ABH is expensive and obviously not in everyone's budget, but I do like to branch out to as many brands as possible on my channel, just so I'm not always constantly reviewing the same brand. Cough cough revolution. So yeah, I want to try and use as many brands as possible. You might have this palette and a tutorial would be helpful, or this could be on your wish list and you can see how well it performs. We're just going to have a chilled little tutorial video for you, and let's just get on into it. The packaging is so pretty, like this grey silver shimmer. And then this is the packaging for the palette. It's like a faux leather sort of material. Okay, so this is the colour story of the eyeshadow palette. It's so pretty. There is also a mirror in here, but obviously I've not taken the plastic off. There is a lot of like warmy sort of tones in here. You have like browns, you have some like warm shimmers, you have green shimmers in here, neutrals. It is very pretty. It is quite shimmer heavy. There are a lot of shimmers. These two here are actually the only complete mattes. This Ashes shade and some Rose shade, they are mattes, but they have like shimmer particles in them. But I always say you can use them as regular mattes. Like just tap it off on your brush and the shimmer particles will fly off a little bit. So it will perform basically like a regular matte. But the rest are shimmers, and we're going to create a very beautiful look with it. So let's get started. Okay, so for eye primer, I'm actually going to be using the ABH one. What a throwback Friday. I used to use this all the time during lockdown when I did bundles and bundles of creative looks, which by the way I absolutely miss. I wish I had the time to do really fun creative looks, but lockdown was just like a whole other life, wasn't it? So I'm just going to pop some of this on. This is not my favourite eye primer, so that's why I don't really use it a lot. Plus it's very expensive. I think this is like £26. Sorry, not everyone can afford that kind of money. That is ridiculous. But not only that, the formula of it is just not my favourite. It's just quite an oily primer. I don't know. Definitely like not worth the money in my opinion. Way better primers in the drugstore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to firstly start off with this shade here, which is called June, and I'm going to pop that in my crease. This is quite like a deeper palette. Like there's not really any lighter shades in here really. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Sun Rose, which is this one here, and as you can see there is like shimmer in it, but if we just like tap it off and blend, you shouldn't see too much of the shimmer. Yeah, there we go. Next I'm going to take Ashes, which again is a shade that has shimmer in it, but I'm just going to tap it off. These shades are like so pigmented. And then I'm just going to go in with my original brush and just kind of blend that crease shade a little bit because it does look like a tiny bit harsh. Okay, next I'm going to take the shade Noble, which is the deep brown in the palette. This is turning to be a very deep look, and I'm actually really loving it. I think I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Haze. It's like a greeny sort of colour. Oh, look at that. It's like a shimmery, hello? It's like a shimmery khaki green. Love it. Okay, so that's that shimmer there. And now I'm going to take the shade Element, which is this brownie shimmer here. And I'm just going to do what I always do and blend. These shimmers are so pigmented. Can you tell by the amount of fallout I've got? God. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with Sun Rose. And then just on the outer edges, I'm going to go in with that June shade, which I think is the first one I used. Just to deepen it a little bit. And then for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to go in with Heavenly, which is rather heavenly. And it's this greeny light shimmer. I'm happy with that inner corner and brow bone shade. I feel like it's made this look a whole lot better. So this is the completed look. The shimmers are so beautiful. And yeah, I'm just going to finish off. I'm just going to put some mascara and lipstick on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the completed makeup look. So for my mascara, I used my MAC Stack Micro Brush mascara. And then for my lips, I did actually use an ABH lipstick. This is the satin lipstick in the shade Peach Amber. This is what she looks like. She's very stunning. You guys with the look, absolutely love it. Now this was a little bit of a trust the process kind of look because it was looking a little bit muddy at the top of my eyes, like just under the brows, but I think I've saved it with the inner corner and brow bone. So this is what the look looks like. I really hope you like it. It's kind of like a nice brown smoky eye. So if you do love your brown looks, this palette is absolutely stunning. The mattes are super pigmented. They're a little bit like powdery in the pan, not super powdery, but just a little bit. I did obviously get a little bit of fallout as well, so just be wary of that. If you are going to use this palette, I would recommend doing your base makeup after you've done your eyes. The shimmers in here are absolutely beautiful. I always say that's the one thing you can always tell between a high-end and a drugstore palette is the shimmers, how good quality they are, and the shimmers are absolutely stunning. They're so soft, so creamy, so pigmented. They just look absolutely stunning. This palette is so pretty, and as for someone that does just wear like brown sort of eyeshadow when they go out, this is like a perfect palette. You have a couple of browns to play with. I would have quite liked to have seen like a lighter matte brown in here just to do that fine like blending at the top, or maybe even a white, just something I can mix to make the blend a little bit more effortless, because I feel like I had to keep going back in to blend that. But apart from that, this is genuinely a palette I would reach for. It's got stunning brown shadows in it, and it has a lot of shimmers to choose from, including this very stunning green in the corner, which, to be honest with you, when you put it on the eyes, it actually doesn't look super green. It just looks really nice and icy. So yeah, this is my look with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. I really hope you've enjoyed this little review slash tutorial. Just want to say thank you again to Drew for getting this for me for Secret Santa. Honestly, I will forever be so grateful. Thank you so much. I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this look, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!